Hello and welcome to the Carnegie Report for February 2016. My name is GARYPEER.
And I'm Leo Samuel.
And the real estate market is alive, well and kicking. It started off, hasn't it, last weekend in earnest, I suppose.
It has, Gary. Yeah. Good positive start to 2016.
Amazing start. We've just had our first weekend of auctions, viewers. We had 9 auctions, most of them in and around the Carnegie and Caulfield area, and were sold, all were sold, Leo. 9 out of 9. That's 100%. That's pretty exciting.
It was a great result, especially for the first round of auctions, mixed from all suburbs, but Carnegie specifically, a good start for our agency.
Amazingly, there were so many bidders around. I mean, that's the one thing. Late last year, the market ended on a good note, but not, I wouldn't say it was such a high note, a good note, solid, but some of the apartments were probably a little bit quieter. There weren't as many buyers.
That's right, yeah.
But we've had a number of apartments on the weekend that we've auctioned with 4, 5 bidders, significantly above reserve. So it certainly is a very strong market. Why? Maybe people are putting their money from the stock market into real estate. Interest rates are low.
Deposits at 2% sound pretty good,
right.
Don't they, Gary?
They sure do. So you're not going to put your money in the bank or in shares. I think real estate's the way to go, and it's certainly back in vogue in a big way. Not that it was ever out of vogue for very long anyway. We're at a beautiful home today. We're going to review that one shortly. But firstly, let's talk a little bit about some of the properties that we've reviewed and talked about before. We'll just go to one, really, because our last auction last year was in the area in Milton Street, Carnegie. Now, that was a twilight auction right at the end of the year, almost just a week before Christmas, or it was just a week before Christmas, so getting pretty late in the year. But what an auction, Leo.
Yeah, I attended that auction. Philip Kingston, our partner, conducted that auction on behalf of Glenn Bricker, who handled the sale. What an amazing vibe. It was 6:30. I think a Wednesday evening, and
beautiful night.
It was a beautiful night and a great atmosphere. Philip held the auction in, so we ended up having 6 bidders there, and well sought after and sold to a local investor. And
sold for $1,113,000, Leo, which was way, way above the reserve and way above expectation. We initially appraised it. I think we thought it would probably be somewhere mid-8s, mid-9s, maybe $1 million.
Yeah.
But lo and behold, it sold for a hell of a lot more. So congratulations to the vendor, and well done to the buyer who secured and out of the market and got something exciting. The weekend upcoming, there's a few auctions as well, but let's talk a little bit about the weekend just past in Rosstown Road. You did an auction there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the first auction for 2016, Carnegie office out of the blocks.
Dusted off the cobwebs, got your suit
Gary,
out.
Got it out. 5 at 11 Rosstown Road, a 2-bedroom apartment at the front of the block. Las Palmas, a nice Spanish villa theme to it. 3 bidders out in force for that one. We had a reserve of $385 and sold competitively for $412,000.
Now, I'm not sure, maybe just the fact that our office is being renovated has added a lot of value to that. I'm not sure what it was, but how many buyers did you say?
3 bidders on the day.
Yeah. Well, that's a good sign, isn't it? Also, we sold in Ormond Road, Ormond. Now, that one, interestingly, that actually had been to auction before.
That's right.
Hadn't sold in the past. Thankfully, thank you to the vendors who employed us in the past, but were happy with our performance. They gave us another shot to auction it again, which is a great sign of their confidence in us. And we have repaid them in kind with the sale there, Leo.
We have. We sold that 1-bedroom apartment for $245,000 to a local investor. And it's a mix between, with the apartments, you get a lot more investors coming in. You talk about the fact that people parking money in real estate from a yield perspective. This investor had been looking for a while, saw value there, and we sold for $245,000, Gary.
Well done too. Good to get it away, and it was part of our 100% strike rate on the weekend. 9 out of 9. Very exciting, and we've got 10 this weekend. We're not going to review them all. We'll talk about a few of them. But before we go any further, I just can't wait to talk about this home here. Tell us a bit about this, because this is a home that was sold through our agency, I don't know how many years ago. So we've had a bit of a history. Late 90s, so there you go. I certainly remember that. That's when you were a little wee lad when we sold this one, Leo. But now you're actually quite a wee lad because you've lost all this weight. What's going on there?
7 kilos. I'm wearing this Fitbit thing that I got for Christmas. I'm loving it. Keeping me accountable.
What is that? Well, it looks like
it's a Fitbit. I'm not marketing for Fitbit, Gary, but it's a watch that, these Christmas vouchers, end of the year, New Year present. I wear it, holds me accountable, keeps me calorie track and walking away. But not to say that I've got a newborn baby, number 3 as well.
That helps.
Third child, third boy, but just trying to keep fit.
So just explain that one to me, because I'm not familiar with that. What do you say calories? What
so these Fitbit watches, if you ever want to hold yourself accountable to weight, and
which I don't.
And it actually tells you how long you sleep as well. Sleeping patterns. Us agents don't often sleep many hours in the day, but this sort of keeps me in tune to 5 hours a night at a minimum.
How many hours of sleep?
Usually 5, but I try to stick to around 7 now, Gary.
Yeah, I'm 5 or 6 as well. We're both mad. Really, they say the body needs 8 hours, but anyway, we're functioning, aren't we?
So back on the home here, 28 Munster Avenue.
Yeah, let's get back into what we did. Well, for 7 kilos, I just want to say, well done, 7 kilos. I'm very jealous, and that's a great effort, but don't go wasting away because we need you to be strong with a big year ahead of auctions and sales. Back to Munster Avenue. We sold it in the 90s. We're now here, 2016. Take us through this property, please.
One of the best streets in Carnegie, Munster Avenue. All you Carnegie locals would know this street very well, avenue. Yeah. And I can tell you this Victorian replica is a beauty. When I first appraised this home and I've seen, the improvements in time that the vendors have done here, it's just the most beautiful family home in the sort of top end spectrum of the Carnegie market with its accommodation, bedrooms, multiple living zones, and the poolside luxury too, which I'm sure they're going to pan through some of the photos now. But a beautiful home and one of the top ends offerings in 2016 to start.
It's got a beautiful streetscape, hasn't it, this street? It's got lovely trees, but also there's so many terrific homes. It's got that blend. I mean, this is a beautiful period reproduction, really, isn't it? It's got a classical feel, but it's got all of the modern amenities and luxuries. But you go down the street and there's a real mix here of homes that have been recreated, sympathetic to that older style. But there's also a few older style homes here that have still look magnificent, don't they?
I just love it. Hollywood Grove, Munster Avenue, this pocket here. This sort of triangle close to everything here happens to be one of my favourites. So
I've jumped all over the place, all out of order on you, Leo, and we talked a little bit about this home, but there were some other sales. There was another Twilight auction as well in Boak Street, and that one was passing at the auction but sold... It
was undisclosed price, but sold was one of our first sales in January.
Sold a few days, was it January did it sell?
Yeah, first week of January.
Couple of weeks later. So congratulations to the vendor there. So some other exciting news, Leo. We've just employed our second Chinese real estate agent, and her name is Mandy Gao, and she is very dynamic, very exciting. Here's a beautiful shot of her now. But this is quite outrageous, isn't it? Because Mandy's come to work for us. Second day on the job, and she's decided, look, that block of flats in Frogmore Road that hasn't get sold, I think if you don't mind, I'll just sell that. So she's marched in with some real estate, knowledge and understanding, but not a lot of experience. And she's just gone and sold this property for in and around $3 million.
Yeah,
How did she do that?
She found a buyer there, and we put the deal together to our local investor. But good on Mandy, just to a local investor too. It wasn't to someone just from overseas, but it was an amazing work. Just the real estate instincts to find a buyer and put that deal together.
And I guess what it does also say is that, firstly, for buyers, there are properties that get passed in that are worth buying. So the fact that it's passed in doesn't mean that it's not a good property. And for sellers, it's not the end of the show either necessarily if properties get passed in. There was another property that was sold in Tranmere Avenue. Do you want to take us through that one?
That was a one-bedroom apartment that we sold for $314,250 at 337 Tranmere Avenue. Great offering as well. Nice size one-bedroom apartment. Another one we'll cover off on is that when Daniel Buston had one in 8 at 17 Shepperson Avenue in Carnegie, the corner Nearham Road, that also sold well for $400,000 after auction. So not all's lost if it doesn't sell at auction, Gary. Hope to have it usually sold within a week or two, and I know our strike rate's pretty good at that.
So whilst it is quiet over January, we did have the broom out and we were cleaning up a few of those passing properties, so it's really left us with just about nothing from last year, and now the New Year's stock is here and is very sought after, and you can come to our Carnegie office, our renovated Carnegie office, which looks like a bomb site at the moment, but it's going to be a beautiful professional residence or place of work, I should say, once it's completed. Let's get into some of the offerings, shall we, Leo?
We should.
Because we've got a few exciting properties coming up. Now, you're a bit of a Seinfeld fan, if I'm not mistaken. To a degree, maybe not so much, but you would know the arch nemesis of Jerry Seinfeld was Newman.
Yeah, hello Newman.
Hello Newman. Yeah. So we can say hello Newman this Saturday because we're going to be auctioning number 1 at 6 Newman Avenue, Carnegie. Jeremy Rose is the auctioneer for this one-bedroom apartment. Do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, fully renovated one-bedroom apartment. Great offering to park some money from an investment potential point of view, or if you're a first-home buyer, move in, not spend a cent, and enjoy the benefits of its recent renovation.
It's a spanking-looking kitchen there, Leo, and that's a good property in that affordable price level, going to be somewhere in that mid to high 2s. That's good value, isn't it? Now, there has been good interest in St Vincent Street in Caulfield East. You and Simon Radolnik are joining forces here. I'll probably be there. There'll be more auctioneers than there will be baby neighbours at that one.
Well, you and I, Gary, being auctioneers, we're going to give Simon Radolnik a go at this one. But
he's been auctioning.
He's been auctioning for years, but
longer than us.
I've never seen Simon.
Oh, it's terrific.
I'm sure he's going to do a good job.
Does a great job
in him, but for St Vincent, what an amazing offering this is. This house, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, period home. You know, Caulfield East, they always do so well here, and they don't often come up in relation to offerings. You always, you know, get the buyers missing out on sort of Caulfield South and Caulfield and Carnegie, and they'll stumble across to this one, but should go well this Saturday.
This Saturday at 12:30, Leo, that is a beauty, and it's got a great facade and a good position there. And Caulfield East is so happening, isn't it? So much going on around with the new development near the race course, and cafes popping up all over the place. It's an exciting part of the world to live in. Let's move on to Woornack Road. That's going to be on Saturday week. That looks like an interesting property. Tell us all about that one, please. Great looking home.
If you're a single level unit buyer, this one is amazing. It's got the most beautiful in relation to floor plan space, in relation to renovations, massive wraparound outdoor areas, perfect for downsizers. The vendors have presented this property, Gary, in the most amazing way. The numbers have been huge coming through this property. We're expecting good interest now, pretty much around 680 to 760.
Okay.
Should go well.
Looking ahead, we're moving on to March, the first week of March, the 5th. We've got a very affordable opportunity in Clayton, not far from where we are right here in Carnegie. Monash Green Drive. Take us through this one.
Nice 1-bedroom plus study offering there. Great opportunity as well for a buyer looking to park some money in, close to Monash Hospital, the university. Great offering to get into the real estate market.
1-bedroom plus study, could be a 2nd bedroom perhaps, is that right?
Yeah, definitely. It's open now, but you could potentially partition it off.
Fair enough. So 1 or 2 bedroom, and in that's a very affordable price range, 270 to 310.
Yeah.
Thereabouts. So that's a great buy. You can snap that one up.
It's like a Melrose Place feel, Gary. It's got
There
their residence, and there's a nice communal pool as well.
And there could be lots of interesting relationships formed in that block. You never know. It could be very Melrose Place. Not that we're advocating anything, but there's nothing wrong with young people meeting each other in their residence. Why not, Leo? 4 Walker Street in Murrumbina. Now that is a serious house.
It is a serious house, and we love selling in Murrumbina as well. Last weekend opened up, perceived really well to the market. Freestanding, weatherboard home, plenty of bedroom accommodation there, multiple living zones. Get your buying hands on this one, because I think that Murrumbina pocket has still got a long way to go, in my opinion.
Looks like it's on a reasonable block of land as well, is it?
It is, yeah.
Very good. So that's what's hot at the moment is land. Good homes on land, lettable homes, livable homes, renovatable homes on a good block of land. That seems to be just about the hottest thing on the market, and it's not going to go backwards. It's been a big rush by the looks of things, but it is a very strong market. It's feeling, last year ended, we weren't really sure how this year would start off, but it started off in a very, very strong and positive way in and around this area. So if you're looking for something to buy, it's a pretty good time to do it, because the way things are, you may be paying more later if this trend of frenzied bidding and popularity, and it really has been like that on the weekend, continues, then certainly we're in for a very strong year in real estate. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely.
Because it didn't look last year like we didn't know, did we, really, how it was going to be. But if this weekend's anything to go on, it is a strong year. And that's it for the Carnegie report. In and around Carnegie, if you need to rent something, sell something, buy something, whatever you need, call Leo and the boys and the girls at Carnegie, because they're here to help you out. The office is going to go in great change. We're very excited to have a good presence in the market here, and we're doing incredibly well. Our first year anniversary
is been a great year, almost 12 months being...
It's been unbelievable.
We're our 3rd office, but we love being here on a permanent basis and continuing our clients' needs and buying and selling.
And just thank you to all those people that are in Carnegie and surrounds, because we're also doing a heck of a lot of business in Murrumbina and in Ormond and in Caulfield East and all around this sort of circle around here. So thank you to all of the clients that have given us an opportunity. To our existing clients, thank you for your loyalty. It's now coming up to our 12-month anniversary. But for all of those new people who have discovered our way and have chosen to do business with us, we thank you for being on board. We look forward to servicing you and helping you in the future as well. And that's a big wrap for the Carnegie report in February 2016. I hope you're going to have a good year. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Gary Peer.
And I'm Leo Samuel.
Bye now.